Let's check out a mystery cheese from our local co-op. And somehow I have a feeling that this is turning into Cheese Week again. Three times on this channel, I have tasted a different cheese 7 days in a row. The last time Cheese Week number three was an accident. I just got about halfway in and realized, wow, I'm doing it again. I'm tasting a different cheese again every day. So I think this may actually turn into Cheese Week number four. Yesterday it was a cheese from the Marin French Cheese Company, just north of the Golden Gate Bridge, the oldest operational cheesemaker in United States history. And today, here we are at France again. And I think tomorrow it's going to be another French cheese. So let's go. This is what I picked up at my local co op. Just a little sample size, $20 a pound. And it's described as Livradois, French Swiss, with unpasteurized cow's milk, salt, lactic starters, microbial rennet, natamycin on the rind, and preservative milk. Now, when trying to figure out what this actually was, there's no cheese that's actually named that, but I did figure out what it is. It's this right here. This is Raclette du Haut Livradois. This is also known as French Swiss cheese in slang, and it's also known as the king of the milters in France. It's a melting cheese, and I believe that it's something that could probably be used as a base for fondue. So let's go to Old World Deli here, and let's see how they describe it. It's a little bit cheaper here, $16 a pound. Livradois raclette. The term raclette is based on the French verb racler, which means to scrape. And in this is in reference to the time-honored alpine dish of the same name. Raclette cheese features a mild, creamy, and slightly nutty flavor with a semi-firm texture that is perfect for melting and scraping. So very good. I have figured out what this is, and I verified it by checking the ingredients, and as you can see, they are exactly the same. Unpasteurized cow's milk, salt, lactic starters, microbial rennet, natamycin on the rind, again, and then preservative of, it contains milk. And the this cheese is aged over 60 days, and of course, it's a product of France. Now, looking at the nutritional facts, a serving size is 1 ounce or 28 grams, and it has 220 milligrams of sodium, which is actually a little bit lower than some cheeses. Now, this is probably what you would be looking for on a store shelf. This photo came from a grocery store in, I believe, in Colorado. And I think that there's an importer somewhere near Denver that brings this into the United States. So here's what mine looks like. As soon as I opened it, I've had it laying on the kitchen counter for about 30 minutes. Has a nice amber color to it. It doesn't look like a semi-hard cheese. It felt soft to the touch. Here's a little bit of a view showing the rind right here. And let's get a better view of that rind. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And I find it interesting to see the variation of color coming from the outside of the rind with the darker brown going to the really bright cream color in the middle of the cheese. So here's how I've sliced it up. And yes, I'm going to eat some of the rind as well. I do it all the time. Now, if you look at this top piece here, you can see that color gradient there again, where it looks almost like a hard Parmesan or something with that color closer to the rind, and then it gets lighter coming to the inside. Okay, so let's go ahead and taste this thing. I believe this is the piece right here from the picture. Just then, showing the rind, and you can see the color progression from the rind to the inside. And then, of course, this has an outside rind also. And I'm going to go hardcore, and I'm going to eat this whole with the rind on 2 of the 6 sides. Here we go. This does not have the smell of a Swiss cheese to me. It's something unique. It's something with a hint of Parmesan, but that's different. It almost smells like mushrooms in a way, or truffle. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, it might be best to remove more of the rind. That's pretty chewy. I think maybe the rind on just one end, like this, should be sufficient for you fellow rind eaters. Okay, this is lovely. The earthy aroma that came through as mushrooms or truffles on the nose is not the same on the palate, which is interesting. So there's something complex going on here. To me, it absolutely tastes like Emmentaler or Swiss cheese, but this is more earthy. Uh, it seems a little bit more primitive than a Swiss cheese. And of course, this comes from southern France, mountainous region, the Alps, and it always wasn't known as France or Switzerland. They're just different countries at modern times. So it's all pretty much from the same area. So as far as this being a French Swiss, I guess technically, if you're taking into consideration the actual country boundaries, sure. I like that it's made from unpasteurized cow's milk because I think that gives cheese a little bit more purity, a little bit more of a natural flavor. Mm, wow. That one just tastes like a barnyard right there. Not in a bad way, farmhouse style. And I only bit off the piece that was the creamy part from the middle that does not have the color transition towards the rind. Very funky farmhouse, big time. I like that. Oh yeah, it's like walking around the hen house. That tastes like a farm, is what it is. This is really nice. Well, who knew I loved raclette? Um, and I have tasted this before. I remember where I tasted this, and this is going to go back to Colorado again, I think. There's a cheese shop on Pearl Street, or there used to be, in Boulder, Colorado, not far from the University of Boulder. And I tasted this there. And I remember now, it was about 11 or 12 years ago. It was a wine and cheese tasting shop, and the cheesemonger told me, "Do you want to try a Swiss cheese unlike anything you've tasted before?" And it was from France. That's this one right here. I remember it. Or all foods can bring back very powerful memories. And apparently, I love Raclette du Haut Livradois from Swiss cheese from France. So as far as rating this, yeah, 10/10, no problem. Why not? It's really super excellent. So if you like Swiss cheese, expand your horizons. Look for Raclette du Haut Livradois from France. It's kind of like Swiss cheese on steroids from France. So if you like videos like this, I have a feeling that there's probably going to be more cheese tasting videos coming up because once I'm getting a few days into these, why not finish it off and just do a cheese week again? Give me a subscribe. I enjoy doing these. And until next time, enjoy your cheese tasting and peace out from San Francisco. Bye.